Hey everybody, it's Blake Poston and the U+Me equals home team. We're here today doing our video number 2. We are here with Mike Powell and he's with Green Empire Tree Services. This might be something that's never really on your mind, but you need to think about this. We had a lot of good snow recently. Your trees, your shrubs, a lot of the plants and stuff in your yard might be affected by that. And we also have spring coming up. So we wanted to bring Mike out here. He does an amazing job with all of our listings and any of our clients that need any services. So if you guys need anything, be calling Mike because he's the #1 guy to go to. His cell phone number is 719-433-3869. Okay, so just jot that down before we go any further. Either way, we're here. We got Danielle, Carol, Mike. Let's get into this. I think this is a pretty cool discussion. Last month, rather, we had lenders. So now Tree Service will bring more things that might be of interest to you every month. So tune in to our YouTube channel, our Facebook, of course Instagram, and I think we're even doing a live giveaway after this. So make sure you enter on that. So well, let's get into this. Mike, will you do a brief introduction of you? And I know I talked a lot about our team already, so maybe just give us a little brief intro.
Yeah, absolutely. Again, my name is Mike Powell. I am a certified arborist and also a tree care specialist. I am the owner of Green Empire Tree Service. We've been around for 2 years now. We're a small local business that provides tree care for both residential as well as commercial properties. And yeah, we service the Colorado Springs area as well as the surrounding communities.
Awesome. Let's see. So, like you said, you've been doing this for about 2 years. What got you into the business?
Right. I've personally been in the tree care industry for 15 years. And it was just random chance that I knew somebody who was in the tree care field, and he was a good friend of mine, and I started working with him and never looked back. But then with my experience, my team also has over 75 years of combined experience in the tree care industry.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
That's really good. That's awesome.
So we don't get confused. What services exactly do you offer? I know everyone's like, oh, Green Empire, that has to be landscaping. It's not, right?
It's not. It's not. I try to stay away from mowing grass besides my own.
Right.
But we do offer a wide range of tree services, and things that tree planting, also removals, fire mitigation, storm mitigation, as well as restoration. We do some pest management, and then we really specialize in structure pruning and removing dead branches and trees, and tree care maintenance cycles.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think that's so important too, because how we relate this all to real estate in general is, think of this. I mean, you walk up to a house that just got listed and you're looking around and the tree's dead in the front yard. There's no landscaping, it's just tore up. That curb appeal, you guys, is very important. What is it, Danielle? Like, what's the stats on it?
Easily anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000. It can increase your budget because people like to see things. So when it looks beautiful, they'll offer you more, right?
Right, absolutely. And so it's definitely a big thing to do. And keep in mind as you're going to list your property, or as you're thinking of listing your property, or maybe you're doing a refinance and you're getting some appraisal done. Spruce up the front yard, give Mike a call, make sure those trees aren't dead, make sure they're getting the right pruning that they need. Another thing that I've personally run into just with utility companies, things of that nature, as soon as that big overgrowth tree happens, a lot of people think, oh, it's tangled in the lines, it's a utility company's issue. Well, matter of fact, it's not. That's sometimes the homeowner's issue, and if the utility does happen to come out, they're cutting the tree up like it's nobody's business.
Yes,
you
sir.
know?
Yes, sir. And the front yard trees, there may be features of the house that you want to really sell, and by pruning the trees in such a way, you can actually give them a better view of, maybe it's the front deck or whatever you're trying to really focus on with the curb appeal.
Right?
Absolutely. Yeah.
Or shade with grass.
Shade,
yes.
Our tree, we had to cut down, and then the whole yard turned to dust basically, because there's no shade anymore.
Yeah.
So.
Privacy from your neighbors.
Yeah.
That's right? Yeah, I don't want my neighbors looking in.
little bit of a preventative maintenance might have gone a long way.
Absolutely,
You know?
absolutely.
What's some advice you would give homeowners trying to sell or even buyers on, maintaining trees or shrubs, especially during the winter time? That can be probably one of the hardest times. I know for me, we had one storm and it completely knocked down all of my branches, and now my tree looks so sad. It's alive, but it looks so sad. I'm like, what do I do now?
Yeah, and honestly, the best thing you can do is water the trees. And even if it's a few minutes every week, you get out there and can hand water them, or if you have an irrigation system, the water is the key. Especially, it's so dry in the summer here, so dry in the winter. We want to get that water in the ground, and then mulching around the trees not only offers great aesthetics, but can also help with the water retention in the soil, keep it from evaporating.
Keeps it moist.
Yeah, absolutely.
Are there issues that you might see if someone's not watering their tree enough besides it dying? Maybe do the roots start to come up because they're trying to get moisture from somewhere else, or does the tree just...
You can definitely see some soil erosion. I think that's just general with the lack of water and lack of vegetation growing because of the water. But you'll start to see a lot less growth in your tree on a year-to-year basis, and you'll maybe see other signs of stress. Parts of the tree may start dying off, and it just loses that vigor that it probably once had. Also, when trees start to decline, it invites pests, bugs, and other fungus and bacteria in, and it gives them a better place to live in, honestly, to attack the tree, because the tree is already stressed without having that nice health.
Yeah.
Right.
And some trees are taking like 7 to 10 years to grow to a height to get that shade or the privacy, right?
Right.
And it's like you're buying a house and you're thinking, oh man, this is awesome, love the trees. Well, you might want to call Mike and get them checked. I'll tell you that.
Just in case.
You know,
It's
just in case.
definitely a lot easier to keep up than catch up when it comes to the tree health.
Absolutely. I had a client, and so this is more of a question. I had a client in Black Forest that they had someone come through and shave all their trees so it's higher. Is that to prevent fire or help
Yeah.
grow? What does that do?
That would more be in the fire mitigation
Okay.
aspect. You want to remove some of the low fuels, the ladder fuels, as well as raise the trees up a little bit and clear them away from around your house. But every site can be a little bit different.
Okay.
And for insurance purposes, I mean, you want to make sure that, area is mitigated so
Absolutely.
nothing happens, heaven forbid.
Yeah, absolutely. What is the best time to plant trees and when to remove them?
Right now, in the early spring is the best time to plant the trees, right before the roots start growing. That way they can adapt to their new environment. But when it comes to the removals, any time of the year is a great time to remove a tree, especially if it is a hazardous tree and presents a danger.
So when you're planting a tree, how deep and round does the hole have to be?
Very good, very good. Depending on the size of the tree, you want to make the hole about 2 times as wide as the root ball that you get it in, whether you get it from the nursery and it's in a burlap bag or it might be in a pot. You want to make it twice the size of the root ball, and then you want to bury it just deep enough to where the flare of the tree root crown is just above the surface level, and then gently put some soil back in and always mulch around
Mulch
it,
it.
and make sure it's plenty of water.
Awesome.
What are some common questions you get just from, buyers, people, clients, things of that nature?
Yeah, the most asked question that we get is, how often should I have my trees pruned? And my advice is, again, it's all species and size dependent, but every 2 to 3 years, you should have us come in, look at the tree, maybe take some of the dead wood out of it. We might see some branches growing over roots that could, pose a danger and reduce the length, or any other type of anything else that we can see within the tree that we can mitigate. We can come up with an action plan to do that. But every 2 to 3 years on a maintenance cycle.
Yeah.
And that helps keeping on that preventive maintenance to make sure you don't lose that bad oil.
Absolutely, absolutely.
That's a good call.
Is there anything additional you'd like to share with everyone?
Well, I would say that trees can be a great asset to your home, and also they can add a lot of value to your property. Let's see, if taking care of your trees is a great way to prevent any liability, not only to your property but to persons that may be on site, your family, your friends, anybody, any neighbors. And definitely, if you had any questions or concerns about your tree, it would be great to reach out to a professional and just ask them about your tree.
Yeah.
Questions never
I've
hurt.
seen them get up there. Leave it to the professionals.
Please don't get on the ladder with a chainsaw. This is not OSHA approved
Yes.
or recommended by the U+Me home team or Green Empire Tree Service.
Yes,
Okay.
absolutely.
That's great.
Well, thank you so much, Mike, for being here. It means so much to us. Your knowledge you have vast knowledge. You've been in it for a while. And it means so much to us because we want to educate our clients, educate ourselves.
Yes,
Learned a lot today.
absolutely.
Right.
So if you guys are looking for tree services, make sure to give Mike Powell a call at Green Empire Tree Service. They do an amazing job. He took care of our aspen in front of the house, and it's awesome. So thank you so much. His phone number is 719-433-3869, or you can go to his website. Just Google Green Empire Tree Service, and he'll come right up. Also, if you're looking to sell or buy a home, Carol, Blake, and myself would be honored to help you. And I give all of our, maybe I'll start. My phone number is 329-4886.
Mine's 719-359-3382.
And mine's 719-799-3373. But you can always get a hold of us at umehometeam.com. Thanks for tuning in today. Make sure you follow us. We're going to be doing our drawing live here in a few minutes. So definitely tune in. Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Have a wonderful day.